on this episode of Cake Boss.
No way, no how. Those cakes are not allowed in this place. Erotic, exotic, whatever you call them. No way, no how.
So what's the occasion, a wedding?
It's going to be prom night of the living dead.
What about something like rotting flesh or anything else? Could we have like pieces of limbs or anything? I'm so far out of my element. It's time to unveil. This is Carlo's Bakery. Every week, thousands of cakes and pastries go out these doors. This is the crew, Mia Familia. We're gonna take this bakery to the top. They call me Buddy. I'm the boss. I just put the finishing touches on. I think it looks cool. You know, over the years, we here at Carlo's Bakery have become famous for our specialty cakes. Your specialty cake ain't your grocery store cake. It's got to be to the nines detailed. It's got to really be like, is that a cake? Is that for real? You like it?
Yeah. Very sexy.
It's a certain breed of cakes that you just can't go to anywhere and get. You got to come to me to get that specialty cake. So, we need a cake, right?
Yeah, we're looking for a cake.
Okay.
We've heard that you're the man to talk to.
Yes, I am. Thank you, thank you. So what's the occasion, a wedding?
Not exactly.
It's a little different from a wedding, though. We're having, it's called a zombie walk. A gathering of people that are zombie lovers, zombie movie lovers. Everybody gets together in Asbury Park, New Jersey, and we have everyone's makeup get done so that they look like real zombies, and we walk through the center of town. We'd like to have a cake because we're having a zombie prom as our after party.
It's going to be prom night of the living dead. We want it to really be gruesome cake.
Really over the top, kind of blood and guts, almost kind of rotting looking, if you will.
I'm so far out of my element. I mean, I usually make these pretty things, but they were like, the bloodier the better, baby. Bring it on. All right, guys, listen. I just got this order for the zombie cake. I was actually thinking of having, trying to rig something up where blood could kind of like ooze out of his brain.
They're going to eat it if they're dressed up as zombies and they just had one big brain as a cake and then they could just all go and eat the brain.
That's a little freaky, It's a little freaky. Let me ask a question. What about something like rotting flesh or anything else? Could we have like pieces of limbs or anything?
Yeah, we could put all the pieces of like a heart and the piece of arm on the floor.
If we had like half of his head open and he's like eating his own brain.
No, they don't eat zombie brains. They were crystal clear on that. But I ate that.
They die.
My idea for the zombie cake is to have a tombstone and then a cake that was like dirt. And the zombie's hands and forearms and shoulders and head is coming out like he's trying to come out like that. And then, I wanted to have a brain in his hand and then flesh parts, body parts all over the cake. They're going to build a tombstone in the back, okay? And I'm going to put dowling rods and screw them in from the bottom so that the tombstone can't fall back and forth. Then I'm going to do a rectangle cake for the bottom. We'll go 1, 2, 3. So I chose red velvet cake because it's kind of a creepy red color. It goes perfect with the blood, guts, and gore. All right, let's one more layer. We decided to go with 3 layers of red velvet cake for the ground and 10 layers of shea pound cake for the tombstone. Then we dirty ice the whole thing. Smooth it out nice and even. Then before we do anything else, we got to put it in the fridge downstairs so the icing will harden.
Who's next? Are you being helped? What can I get you?
Hi. What kind of a consultation is it? For a wedding?
No, for a bachelorette party cake.
Oh, fun.
I got this bachelorette cake for Tone Tone's cousin. That's Tone Tone. He's my assistant. He's a very talented cake decorator artist. He went to culinary school, and then I took him under my wing, and I'm teaching him the ropes. He's a great guy.
So what do we think about doing something?
We're not sure yet. We're gonna.
What do you call those things?
Erotic?
Yeah, none of it. All right, mother, come on. None of those.
Keep it clean.
I want to get to heaven when I go.
Bachelorette cakes have been going on a long time at Carlo's Bakery, but we had to put a stop to it.
No sexy cakes. What do you call those? Exotic.
Now, my mother's like one of the holiest people I know.
We will not make those cakes. No how. That's it. I'm not making any. None.
So Mama has a rule. We don't make any sort of erotic cakes. The only thing is, sometimes a friend asks for it, here and there, so I got to kind of do it on the sneak. So what can I do for you guys?
We're here for a bachelorette party cake.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. We'll have my mother here.
She heard. Yeah, she heard.
No, really?
Said nothing erotic.
Anything I do has got to be on the sneak.
Okay.
Like big time.
The bachelorette is a little crazy. Yeah.
All right,
so I think she's going to like a crazy cake.
We think we want to do like a strip club kind of scene.
All right.
So, right? Yeah, money
Yeah, you know, some G-string, dollar
G-strings.
bills.
I don't even know if we need G-strings. Maybe him twirling around a G-string. One of the figures.
I really think I got the hint from these girls of what they wanted. They were pretty graphic. They want a raunchy cake. Well,
It needs to be something like.
you're gonna make me blush.
You are blushing, honey. Your little rosy cheeks.
Coming up on Cake Boss.
What did I say? That is not acceptable. No way, no how. And I made that perfectly clear.
What the hell did you guys do? You were supposed to be hiding things.
It is not being made at Carlo's Bakery. You are going to respect my wishes.
So just give me a little bit more specifics of what we're gonna do here.
Naked strippers. Like this.
Yeah.
Like, the strippers might be little, but other things can't be little. like size matters.
Size definitely. That's what I hear.
fine.
That's what I hear. All right, and remember, don't tell Mama. All right, don't worry about it. My vision for this bachelorette cake is to do a stage, and then have some strippers, you know, kind of like standing there dancing around, and you know, make it look pretty cool. Guess what kind of cake she wants? It's a bachelorette party cake, and she wants some strippers and this and that. We got 4 girls up here. I think maybe each girl should mold a guy. And then I see Tonton standing there, and I'm like, you know what? Tonton's gay, number 1. So he's probably been to a male strip club. I'm like, number 2, it's for his family. I want him to be involved. We're going to change it up, okay? Each girl's going to get a stripper, and Tonton. Tonton's getting his own stripper. It's fine. You know, they want him to be well endowed, okay? And they want him to be good-looking dudes, okay?
I think they should all abs.
You want them
Packs.
6-pack? No kegs then.
Okay. So then me, Moro, Remy, we'll worry about the stage and how it goes. You guys worry about the strippers. Give me 2 sheets vanilla, and then the stage will probably be maybe like a 8-inch round. I'm thinking that the backstage should be a little taller, then it should go into a catwalk or like a step down, then back up into a round stage. With Tonton's vanilla or chocolate? The cake is basically a vanilla cake with truffle fudge filling. All right, cool. Give me a turntable. I'll dirty ice this, and then we'll cover this cake up. I get it the way I want it. I put the buttercream on it. I dirty ice it. Is it up to par, Tonton? All right, Danny, then let's get the black ready and let's ice this up. And then we cover it in fondant. Yeah. While we're in fondant mode, me and Remy decide to go ahead and take care of the zombie cake. Let's go, Remy. We don't usually use dull gray fondant, but it's going to make this tombstone look like the real deal. Easy, don't pull. The male strippers for the bachelorette cake are made out of modeling chocolate. This is going to be a little challenging because a lot of times when you do them, you can put clothes on them. So even if the body's a little lumpy, you put a shirt or a jacket, and you don't even see it. But you are going to see the abs, you're going to see the chest, you're going to see the biceps, the muscles, the package, the whole 9. So it all had to look pretty good. As the girls are doing their sculptures, I'm looking around the room and I'm like, this one's good and that one's great, and wow, this one. And then I get to Tonton's. I'm like, holy shnikey, what the hell is that, Tonton? Hey now, how you doing?
You're using a little bit too much modeling chocolate, man. That stuff is expensive, bro. If my mother-in-law ever gets a view of this stuff, dude, you guys are going to be, ooh, man.
So I told Tonton and the girls, work on the strippers, but if my mother comes in, make sure you hide them.
I'm scared of Mama right now because she's gonna freak out, and then she's probably gonna look at us funny, like, why are you making anybody?
What did I say? That is not acceptable at Carlo's Bakery. Okay? I don't care whose orders you got, but he's not the boss. He may be the cake boss, but he ain't the boss.
All right, but
that is not acceptable. No way in my place.
Right.
That's not going to be shown. You want to put some clothes on him? I don't care about the muscles, but the other stuff is not going to be shown. No way, no how. It's not going to happen. I'll come there and I'll break it myself. All right?
She'll get over it.
Holy.
What did I say? That is not acceptable at Carlo's Bakery. No way, no how. And I made that perfectly clear. And wait till I get my son. It's not going to happen. I'll come there and I'll break it myself. All right? I told him that those cakes are not allowed in this place. Erotic, exotic, whatever you call them. No way, no how. phone to pick with you. You know there's certain things that I don't want. And I saw them make an erotic cake. Now that is a no-no in this place. You know how I feel about those cakes.
The only reason I did it was for Tonton's sister.
I don't care if it's Tonton's sister, if it's your sister. It is not being made at Carlo's Bakery. You are going to respect my wishes.
What if we just make dancing guys with...
What don't you understand?
In bathing suits.
Okay, I don't want...
Nothing exposed.
Nothing exposed.
Nothing.
Am I the boss? Who writes the checks at the end of the week? Okay, go ahead.
What the hell did you guys do? She was supposed to be hiding things.
She was really mad.
She's from the old school. She doesn't understand these kind of jokes.
She was really genuinely offended, and I felt horrible.
This is what we're going to do. This is the plan. We're going to make them.
Clothes. I put shorts on mine already.
Shorts, but they got to have something underneath. All right, listen, that's the game plan. Let's get back to work. The strippers are looking great. I mean, they're cut, they're ripped, muscles. It looks good. Since the strippers are in good hands with the girls, I can get back to the zombie cake. The challenge is to make a zombie cake, okay? And make the head, the arms, everything edible, no styrofoam. That's a big challenge. My trick is using pound cake. It's easier to sculpt, it holds up better. After the pound cake is dirty iced, me and Remy put some greenish gray fondant on the head and arms to look like zombie skin. And I get Tonton making some creepy zombie hands out of modeling chocolate. So my mother goes to check out a wedding cake. She opens the door, and boof, Tonton leaves his stripper there with his thing sticking out. You're supposed to cover it!
You better get him covered.
They know it's over with, I promise. They're gonna
They gotta remove him for him to cover him up. That's it. I can't believe this.
I was like, Ma, I didn't cover it yet. I'm going to cover it. So I came up with an ingenious thing. I said, how about we put an apron on this guy? And then when I get there, I can take the apron off so the girls will still be happy and get their runchiness, and my mother's not going to flip out on me. So while Tonton puts the finishing touches on the stripper, I'm going to twist together white and gray fondant to make the stage look really glitzy. I want to do a marbled catwalk. So I take the twisted fondant and run it through the sheeter a couple times. Go from the edge. After I do the marble on the catwalk, I figure for the stage, I'm going to do like a checkerboard design. Me, Christine, and Danny put water on these squares, and we dipped them into sugar that had some sparkly effect. So we had this white and like hot pink disco color that looked awesome. Let's put some dollar bills on this. You know, if I was a stripper, this is where I'd want to strip. We look at this cake, and I tell you, it was one of the best cakes we ever made. I mean, it was hilarious.
I love all the money. That's perfect ending time.
Okay, let me see. I like the colors, and I mean, the muscle guys I have no problem with. The stage is the best part of it.
The strippers were all covered up, and to get Mama's approval really makes me happy. It's go time. I wanted to live in this cake personally because I met with the girls and it's Tonton's family, and I really want to see the reaction to this cake. Just watch the step. It's time to unveil the main attraction for your viewing pleasures. These bachelorettes are going to go crazy. To unveil the main attraction. This cake really went over the edge. This cake lit these girls up. You would have thought that I brought strippers in there live.
I thought my cake was awesome, and I enjoyed all the strippers. I think Buddy did a phenomenal job. I couldn't have asked for a better cake.
Congratulations, lots of love to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I gotta get back. That bachelorette cake was a total success. The next day, I had to kick it into high gear and finish the zombie cake. It looks good, and then this covers up a lot of the underneath anyway. The next thing to do was a face. We made this again out of modeling chocolate with some green food coloring added. As we're doing it, I'm like, you know what? It's a friggin' zombie. Let's tear it. Let's rip it. Let's mold it. Let's scratch it. Let it look authentic. Were the brains ready? So Tone sculpted a brain. We put the brain in his hand. Put his teeth in and make it look like there's blood in his mouth. We added some rotten teeth made out of modeling chocolate. He's getting dirt. I wanted the zombie to look like he was clawing his way out of this grave. So I put a layer of chocolate fudge and covered that with some chocolate crumbs. Then we airbrush it with some black food coloring to make all the features really pop. Should we do like a splatter? Blood splatter? So I want this thing to have blood everywhere. Corn syrup and food coloring makes awesome blood. A rat. All right, put the rat on. We made it like a buffet of flesh and rotting things for the zombie to eat. And I was like, yeah. And it just came together.
All right, that's it. That's how you do a zombie, okay? That's how it's done.
Let's get in the car and then we'll see.
Nice and easy, my friend. Wait.
Got it?
Yeah.
I want to put my hand in. To deliver the zombie cake, I need to take Danny because I need my mule. He's my big, strong guy. And Tone and Tony really wanted to come because they were intrigued to what's a zombie fest. You know, I'm used to delivering a cake to a wedding where you see people in tuxedos and dresses and, you know, it's very formal. I go to this place and you got people dressed up like zombies, things coming out of their head, you know. I'm like, I'm at Zombie Fest. I'm like, wait, it's funny. This is great.
Hard times for zombies, man, you know?
The organizers, Jason and Christina, they were the zombie king and queen.
Who's ready for a fun night? It's just getting started, right?
We get the cake, we finally get it to the table, and the zombies start freaking out. They started ripping and eating. I was like, it was a little crazy for me.
What Buddy actually made was incredible.
It was disgusting, and way more disgusting than we thought it was going to be, which is awesome.
I'm like a zombie today. It was great. They loved it. I was so happy with it. This is actually one of the funniest weeks. I mean, I had a blast.